Hello, welcome back to another video, my starlights. This is another video, part of the series I'm doing, of discussing my experiences with certain entities and deities that I have worked with in the past. I thought it'd just be fun to shed light and share my experiences with them. And today's video is actually going to be about Raphael, the Archangel Raphael. When I was first starting my practice, he was actually one of the first archangels I wanted to connect with because it just felt right to. I was getting like a lot of signs in a sense, and this was more or less along when I wanted to learn more about doing healings for people, and even when my grandma was around and she was telling me what I need to do in order to help heal people. And you know, he deals with healing, Archangel Raphael. That's his main focus point. And you know, so I was very drawn to him, I was very called to him. So there was one day I ended up getting a statue of him, and I was fixing up his little altar area. And you know, at the time I thought you can't exactly like worship angels, like you can't even give them offerings and things like that. That makes them into something that they're not. So I just kind of made it really simple for the most part, just a meditation area at that point. But I remember when I was cleaning and designing the whole area, I felt this presence, this energy. It was weird because it was weird because I remember feeling this presence right next to the statue, because the statue was on the edge, and like right next to it you could feel someone standing there, and I immediately knew it was him. I immediately knew it was Archangel Raphael, without a doubt. And I remember later on that night too, I ended up meditating with him, and you know, I saw him. He was sitting across from me and I was sitting across from him, like this, and just like, he was humongous. You know, he was just very tall. I felt so small compared to him. It was insane. And I remember he wore this really gorgeous green robe with like gold edgings or trimmings on it. Gold robe. His hair was like a very blonde color, and his eyes were a green color as well. Now, everyone's experience is going to be different with interacting with him. I want to just say that real quick, that my description of him may not fit yours. They can change their appearance however they want to. Same thing goes for deities. Just an FYI. Anyways, I meditated with him, and actually prior to this, I had also got one of the 𝓢𝓸𝓬𝓵 books about Ascended Masters, and after meditating with Archangel Raphael for a while and interacting with him, I asked him and decided with him to do a ritual in a bath. And when I did this ritual in a bath, it was from one of her books, the Ascended Masters book. And you know, I did what it said in the book. It was interesting because I could see the colors of him, the colors that was representing him in all ways, shape, and form. And I remember this point specifically. I don't exactly remember the ritual I did prior to this though, but the main thing I do remember is we're discussing things, and he showed me, or he brought me to like where all the stars were in the galaxy, and you could see the world, and it felt like I was on top of the world too in a sense. It was just so beautiful. I know that's probably not a really great example, but it's the best that I can do right now. Now, upon working with him, I had noticed though, he's very fun. He's very fun. Like, he makes my ADHD act up quite a bit for some reason. And there's not a lot of entities that do, but like certain ones will just make my ADHD go haywire when I interact with them, and it makes it hard to control it because I'm just like so distracted by everything. I want to talk. I want to do everything. But regardless, that's a key point I thought that would be fun to mention to you guys, is that he brings it out quite a bit. He's very like easygoing. He's so easy to talk to about your worries, about your concerns. He's like a really good friend, like a friend that you get so excited and happy to see. You know, just like, he's a chill guy. He's a chill friend. He's amazing to work with, especially if you are also trying to learn to do healing energy work. There was many times where he helped me to practice and like guide me with doing that, especially when my grandma was around and she was doing the same with me. He was like giving me pointers and like tips and advice of what I could and could do. His energy is very green. It's also kind of like a pinkish color, and he relates to the heart chakra, which makes sense. But he does also, I have seen, deal with like blues and purples, like indigo-ish colors. So yes. And there was one time too I had met him and Archangel Michael. And it's interesting because like I said, Raphael, he's fun to be around. He's a chill guy. He is very healing. Like, even when you go into his presence, when you meet him and you feel his presence, it's so nurturing, it's welcoming, it's warm. It's like a long, much needed hug. You know, it's like it feels so great to interact with him. And with the whole thing with Archangel Michael, I had met both of them because me and my mom wanted to give them offerings of flowers. And you know, their connection with each other, it's so funny. Like, it's like brothers, you know, brotherly love in a sense, if you will. But something interesting happened. See, now I worked with him for a couple of months, I'll say. Yeah, it was a couple of months. I had to think about that. But after this couple of months, me and my family started to have to move into our new place. We move into this new place, and my statue of him broke. And I was so sad. I was heartbroken. And what just makes it weird is that the way the statue broke, it was a statue of him holding his staff. And you know, I think he had fishes with him. I forgot. But his hand broke. And his wing broke. And, you know, I was just like, no, why did it break? And, you know, I contacted him once I had settled in and everything and told him, like, I'm so sorry, your statue broke. And he told me, like, it's fine, it's okay, you know, there's nothing to be sad or worried about. I understand. And when he said, I understand, it felt weird. And I say it felt weird because around this time is when I started to realize Lucifer was around me a lot more. And, you know, Raphael was like, it's okay. You know, like, there's no need to be worried about it, but you might be seeing me less. And I was like, oh, okay. And, you know, after that happened, Lucifer started to come into the picture a lot more, and Raphael did end up stepping back quite a bit. However, there was times where, like, both of them, they did mingle. I did interact with both of them, especially during doing a past life regression meditation, because both of them played a key role in one of my previous lives, which I found really interesting. But yeah, he's not around anymore, but I do often think of him and pray to him every now and then, and, you know, just express my gratitude. And I honor that little friendship we had because it was great. And yeah, how long is this? Oh, it's 11 minutes. Sorry. But that's my experience with him. I would highly suggest working with him, like all the other ones I'm mentioning. He's just really great to work with, especially if you want that type of relationship If you are learning or wanting to learn more how to do healing, he is excellent in helping with that. Like, really great with it. And like I said, especially with energy healing. I do Reiki healing. I don't offer the services yet, but I'm thinking about it soon. But if you do that, I do think working with him with doing Reiki would be tremendously amazing. Like, would work tremendously well. Or if you're someone who takes someone's energy, like their pain, and transferring it into your body so you can work out that pain and suffering through your body, he can probably help you with that and doing it in a safe manner. Just overall, healing is his go-to. He works very well with that. There's of course other aspects that he works really well with too. It's just, that's the main reason, the main thing that is really good to work with him. He's an amazing teacher and has a lot of knowledge to share with you. Now, before I end this video, if you want, I have a digital altar of him down below if you wish to follow it, kind of like a shared altar of appreciation in token of him. You can also just take images from the board that you like and would like to add to your digital altar for him. So yes. Now, without further ado, I will let you guys go. Bye!